set up the channel, I apologize. Okay. So I have to get into that. You ready to rock here in 2 seconds there? Hey, what's going on, my man? Richard, you're back. Good. I don't have a... Unfortunately, I don't have a chat overlay on the main screen, so I have to check my phone for chat messages. So I apologize if I don't get to you right away with your thing there. But good to see you. I am. Hey, did you see me go into the... Just got rid of my last one there. Oh. Very tight area here. Yeah, I just had to set up the channel. I'm sorry there. I just had to get that done. Really tight spot. I passed it earlier. I didn't even know. Okay, so let's see. You need to make a hard swing here. Look at this. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of here. Oh. Look at that. They don't give us much room here, do they? Yeah, see, it's got me too much of a... What would they put the trailer there for you to pick up? I guess they got to make it as difficult as possible, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. Not much room. Not much room. Let's set my... Anyway, Richard, it's good to have you aboard. Well, I had you aboard anyway. he going? Good. Really don't like that steering wheel. That was almost disastrous. I love that jake brake. Flammable. Let's try to drive it like this. This should be a joke. It's supposed to be an 18 speed, which it is. It says 8H, but it's just the way the Tran is designed that way. Speeding here a bit. Why does it have me come down here? I don't understand that. Goddamn GPS. Doesn't make sense. Why did it have me come down here like that? Well, that was stupid. Me in. That was weird. Alright, time to get into the serious mode. Well, serious is going to get. Maybe. Yes. I'm trying to drive and use my phone at the same time. It's the only way I can see the chat there. Hopefully it's still broadcasting okay. Now we are speeding a bit, but 60 miles an hour, I don't think that's too much to ask. Ooh, the plane coming across. That's pretty cool. See, it's 70. 70. Truck 7. Car 70, truck 55, which is ridiculous. Downhill. Going here. Just got going. They like these fuel trucks. Whoa. Oopsie. How much we weigh? We can't be light. $81,000 triaxle? That's weird. Let's go. Let's boogie before they change their mind. All ass. Stay in your lane. Look at the biplane. Cool. This thing never ceases to amaze me. All the stuff that's in it. Yeah, it's pretty random. hour speeding, but it's a 70 car, so I don't feel too bad about it. It's much better since I did that realistic mod though, the traffic mod. So now instead of them doing like 45 miles an hour in a 70 or 30 or 50 miles an hour in a 70, now they do this, seems to do the speed limit. They'll pass you the way the normal flow of traffic, they pass you on, all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely, if you're thinking about getting this game, you gotta have that mod. I kind of hummed and hawed about putting it in and thought it would only make things worse, but it actually, it's one of those mods that really helped. Now, they look like they're going slower. They are, because they're probably doing the speed limit. It's a 70 truck, or 55 truck, but it's a 70 car. So I don't know why that four-wheeler's behind this truck. Maybe he's helping them escort. But we're only 367 miles to our destination, which really won't take us that long in truck time. I think you can actually slow down. I have to find out. I think you can actually slow down the time so it doesn't, you get more of a drive out of it. But it's hard to say. I guess it's you know, what the happy medium is, because sometimes it feels like you just get going and then it's like, you know, you're at your destination. And I like the, okay, so we got a roundy bound. Oh, I don't want to tip this. It's neat how the force feedback really tightens up here, as it would on the truck. Gives you a sense of immersion here. It's pretty cool. I'm still getting used to it, obviously, so. Hydro station or train tunnel. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Nice truck. Looks like we still got a decent stream going. Or it's holding its own anyway. Oh, we don't want to turn off here though. Checking the chat on my phone at the same time. Should be doing that, I guess. But gotta get one of those. I gotta get a chat overlay for this, for the PC. PC version that works. If anybody knows of a good one that works, let me know. I'll take this exit here. Checking my because this really sucks trying to check the phone and drive at the same time. Hard. Hey, what's going on? Richard. So if I don't get, if you contact me in the chat and I don't get back to you right away, it's not, I'm not being rude or anything, it's just that it's hard to drive and use the phone at the same time. So until I get a chat overlay. Especially, just everything's always changing. It doesn't really give you a time to relax in this game at all. In this sim. but that's okay. It's a lot of fun. I like it because it's kind of relaxing from what I normally do. I normally get into, like, you know, sim racing and stuff like that, where it's really mentally challenging on the brain. Comes right, that's a blind crest, dude. That's a blind crest. I couldn't even see over it. I got a big truck. I'm going at pretty good speed. But the more I do this, the more I get used to it, and you know how it's supposed to work and stuff, and get used to all the buttons, everything that does it. Oh, look at that. Evil Knievel. Police bike. Another Peterbilt. So right now I obviously have the the fines turned off, but I'm going to still try and stay at a reasonable speed. Now I also have cruise control, which I should start to try and utilize a bit. There's a policeman right there, though. Hey, Mr. Policeman. Oh, Mr. Policeman. Normally, now I would have a ticket. I would definitely have a ticket every time they go by. There's just so many of them. If it was more realistic with the police, then, you know, I'd say, okay. But this is just, it's crazy. Every 2 seconds they're passing you. So this thing right now, I'm running a big red Peterbilt, and one of the mods that's in there gives us this black and red flavor to it. A little bit of chrome is pretty cool. Now what I did on top of that is it came with like a 380 or something like that in it. I got like an 800 plus motor, horsepower motor in there, and I changed the tranny up, so it's got a Detroit diesel in it. And I changed the tranny up. I got an 18 speed in there. I know it says 8H, but that's because every gear has its own, has two gears to it. And then of course reverse has a couple of gears as well, which in turn gives you your 18 gears, 18 speeds. There's only a few highway ones really that you use all the time. The other ones you don't really use too much. You need really heavy loads, which we don't really get into, not yet anyway. We're going to catch some speed going down here. Tumbleweeds. Tumbling tumbleweeds. I gotta put some oil on my pedals. Start squeaky. My fuel pedal. I keep on saying, okay, I'll do one more load, and then I end up doing another load. It takes a while, I will say, to get everything the way you want it. I still don't have it the way I want it yet, but it takes a while to get your wheel settings and your everything mapped the way you know, the way you want it and all that kind of stuff. And setting up the force feedback is important. Very important in this game. That's close. Oh. wonder if if I can bleed down my air. If my air will come out. Bakersfield, Newtown. Starting to get a bit overcast here in Bakersfield. Too bad they couldn't do like a real-time weather. That would be really cool. And just a reminder, I'll try and get to the chat the best way I can. It's just it's on my secondary device, it's on my phone. The chat comes through, so I don't have a chat overlay on the PC yet. So I'll get to if you have any questions or anything about it, I'll try and get to you. So it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's just the way it's set up there for right now. And there's also a 15-second delay on top of that. I think it's about a 15-second delay. Lots of traffic here. Turn coming up, looks like. I think this truck is pretty badass, to be honest with you. This Peterbilt. I like the beautiful red and the black. Really gives it a nice understated look. Very clean. I have the, and I also now what I did was I actually hired a driver. So her name is Emily, and she's now driving my Bandit truck, and Smoky and Bandit truck that I did up. So she's driving around in that, and so I have her making some money, hopefully making some money for us. But it looks at things, maybe, I'm not sure, but I gotta get these loans paid off, I know that. Just fine. I think I have enough to pay off one loan. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you what you do. So I took out several $100,000 loans. So in order to get a driver to work for you, you have to expand or upgrade your garage so you can have the other driver come in. So that's $180,000 right there. That's crazy. Fortunately, I already had enough money to buy my trucks for cash, so I just basically borrowed some money for that and a few extra dollars to upgrade the trucks. it's like, I don't know, I think it's $3,000 a day is coming out in loans. And that adds up, so you got to keep the wheels kind of moving. It's kind of like real life in a way. So that's pretty cool. But I really like this Peterbilt. It's really nice. Uh-oh. What was that? A loan installment. $5,442. That's every day comes out. $5,400. Holy crap. I gotta get one of those loans paid off. So it looks like I got a lot of money there, but I'm gonna end up paying off one of the loans. After I make this run, get a couple of bucks in the bank, and then I can pay off one of the loans. I think the idea too is to pay it off as fast as possible, because the interest is killing. So there's many facets to the game, or the sim. Besides just the driving, it's managing a fleet, managing your own fleet, picking your own drivers, kind of putting them into an area, you know, that kind of works. I think I might, I told my driver that I hired that I wanted her to specialize in fragile freight, because she already has a certification for that. So, but I'm not sure how much money she's making. I don't know if she's picking up the right loads. So I'll have to look, and that's all part of the sim as well. You can manage that. You can manage what she's doing. You can move them around once you build up your fleet, your trucks in different areas. You can move them around. You can hire them. You can fire them. It's pretty cool. So I'm doing pretty much what I did with Euro Truck. Not that I did a lot on Euro Truck, but I'm pretty much working it the same way. Yeah, I know I'm speeding, but I'm not really. I'm staying within reasonable pace here. It doesn't take forever. So we're getting pretty close to our destination, actually. We're not too far away from it. So you get to see me back this baby into wherever it's going. Last one was really crazy spot. And so when I had the other truck, it was just a day cab, so wheelbase is much shorter than this. But actually I want to extend the wheelbase on this bad boy. Wait and see this when I mod this baby up. It's going to be pretty wicked. It's going to be looking pretty sweet. It's going to be a highway truck. The truck I couldn't build when I actually drove them in real life. That's the great thing about sim, so you can do that kind of stuff. And, you know, building your XP up and all that kind of stuff is something you want to do as fast as possible. Make more money, to bring up loads that you make more money on each load. So it's a little bit of a grind, but in my opinion, I think it's it's easy in so far as the other types of sims that I do. This is a nice relaxing pace for me, and I really like it. It's a way to kind of de-stress. And to be honest with you, like, I mean, driving trucks, I'm just checking my phone, that's why I'm all over the place. Hey Richard, you're back. Are you still here, Richard? Sorry, the chat thing is just, I have to check my phone, that's why when you see me weave, that's what I'm doing when I'm checking my phone. I don't know if you know of a good overlay for this, for the chat function for the PC, but I gotta get one so I can actually just see the chat when it comes up, and then I'll be able to talk to people as they type it in, instead of having to go back and forth and check. I'm getting low on fuel actually. Oh, this thing is not going to be cheap to fuel up. I think we'll have enough fuel to get where we're going, but we'll have to fuel after that. Budweiser, yeah. Give me a beer. It's got a Cummins in that. Hear that? Hear that? That's a Cummins motor. You can hear it pinging. I chose the Detroit motor because the Detroit motor has a nice, smooth, very, very smooth motor. I really love the Detroit. Even when I was driving for a living, I always wanted the trucks with a Detroit motor in it. Because when you're trying to sleep at night and all that kind of stuff, and you're pulled over at the end of the day, last thing you want to do is listen to that truck that just went by. You know, pinging away and it vibrates and all that kind of stuff. So, in my opinion, the Detroit was probably one of the smoothest motors out there. And then you saw them a lot in the Peterbilts. Peterbilt is probably one of the best highway coaches that are out there for tractor trailers. They're really well built. They're smooth and quiet, and they're just, I mean, they're just, it's like the Cadillac or the Mercedes of trucks. It really is. The fit and finish is just, the fit and finish is exceptional. Hey, used to this mouse too. It's a real pain in the ass. You gotta find a better option. Up through the gears. I mean, look at this thing. This is pretty badass if you ask me. I love this truck. It's all blacked out with the red on it. I think it's really beautiful. Alright. We're almost to our destination. I'll have to back this thing in wherever they want me to put it in, I guess. I picked the hardest one, whatever it is. I just left it on the hardest. You get the most XP for it. Guess, am I delivering it here? Do you see a... Oh, there it is over there. Look at that flashing, I think. What the hell? Okay. Because there's my flag. I kind of passed it in a way. Holding up traffic here, I'm sure. It's probably not the smartest move. See if I can get through here without hitting the island. Keep it straight enough. Ah, it's not gonna make it. Yeah, it's not gonna make it. Sugar. think it'll make it through that other island either. If I can make it bigger. Come up a little further and then make that swing. Let's try. I'll make the swing. Yeah, so I just hit out of parks. This is where I'm delivering. Must be over in the other area. I don't want to skip it. There you go. Oh, almost. 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 Too close up there too. So close. It's like it doesn't want you to do it that way, you know? God damn. What's grabbing me? I should be able to. It looks like I could make that. Oh, got me hung up. There we go. Jesus. Okay. Oh boy, that's quite a. And they got the weirdest spots for you to. So that is going to go into. I got to put that in there. So I'm going to go back on the street and then back up in traffic. Like this doesn't make sense. These. Put my four-ways on and hope for the best. Wait for a good clearance. Well, maybe. Hit that car. Maybe not. I'm not skipping anything. Nope, I'm not gonna hit the car. Okay. So now I just gotta get it over there more. Is that a cop car there waiting for me? Oh my god, that's scary. I would have fined me. I had my fines on. I'm going to inch it over bit by bit. He's just looking to turn around, I guess. Alright, one more pull ahead and back and I should have it. Hopefully. Famous last words. You didn't have to move that mouse around. Straighten that trailer. Looks like I'm much better off than I am. Damn it. Gotta come over a little bit more. I'm usually much better than this. Wow. Now I got a big ass yield sign there. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? First I'm on an angle here looking at my mouse. Alright. Should be able to get nice and tight. There we go. There. What am I up against? You're kidding me. I can't be up against anything. What the hell is going on there? Shit. These mirrors are deceiving too. Gotta come over again. I'm not. I'm close. I'm not skipping. Just need the ass into that trailer to come around a little bit better than what it is. I think this will do it. A lot harder than it looks. There we go. Woo! Good work. Uh-oh. Damage penalty. Where was my damage from? Uh-oh. That sucks. Okay. I still got a point. So I'll get, Now let's see what our driver's doing now. Remember I was telling you about the drivers, right? So I just have one driver so far. And I upgraded. This cost me $180,000. And my next upgrade is $150,000. But I have one more slot that I could fill right now without upgrading. So here's my driver here. And she's not really making very much money right now, it seems. Drivers pay $7,000. Profit $158,000. Daily profit $22,000. But Emily, what's going on here? Profit $13. You're not doing very good. Current freight, clothes, on duty. I think it's per mile per day, $13 she's making per mile per day. It can't be right. 23 cents a mile probably, or minus 13. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in here. And you get all their stats and stuff. So I have her right now with Fragile Cargo. So because she has these accolades here for that, so I'm getting her to focus. So I'm thinking she might have made more money that way. But what I might do is I might actually just put her on a balance and see where she goes with that. See if things change for her. And maybe her... She is very kind of hot for a truck driver, isn't she? She's not bad. Look at Emily. So this is me right now. So this was actually my... see, this is my Smokey and the Bandit truck. See? And I put my son's name is on the plate, which is pretty cool. I like doing that. I got to do that to mine too. Or I can go back and drive it again if I want. And and I upgraded Emily's truck just before I sold it, of course, or gave it to her, because I went and upgraded the motor. It came with like a 450. I put a 4 1/4 or 5 1/4 in it, and I think I upgraded it to an 18-speed. It's got the Cummins motor in it. It's got a beautiful mod in it. It's really nice. Daily profit, and there's what I'm making a day. And okay. Yeah, see, her profit's going down. I had that up at $20,000 odd. My God, she's driving my profits down. But that's to be expected when you put a new driver in. That's why you want to, when you get your first truck, you want to drive it as much as you can. Get everything up on it. But it tells you here all about the specs on it. It's pretty cool. I think it's really neat. It really gives you an in-depth look. So here's my Peterbilt. And so far my daily profit's only around $7,000. Now also there's loans and everything I have now. So what I can do is I can manage those loans. So I got $144,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and pay off a loan. So I'll go to the bank. And you'll see I have several $100,000 loans out, right? Left to repay. So they're all roughly the same. So I could repay one. So then, because right now $5,000, $5,300 a day is coming out on loans. So that chews into your profits, right? Big time. But I'm getting some nice stuff, right? I got some neat trucks and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. And gotta have some fun with it, right? So, but what I can do is that'll leave me with $50,000. I gotta get fuel, but that should be okay, as long as if I gotta eat or anything on the road. So I'm gonna take one of these loans here and I'm gonna repay it. There we go. So I got $46,000 I can play with. Now you see my truck looks a little different, right? That's because this here is what the truck would normally look like, but I have a mod in my game that I downloaded that kind of gives it a different look. It has all the exhausts are all blacked out. All this is all, the chrome is all kind of blacked out. The bumper's blacked out. So, and look at these fatties I put on here. Single tires here, ultra wides. I just love this. I love this truck. So we're going to upgrade it and have some fun with it. I don't know if I can. I have to go to a garage or whatever to do some upgrades. I don't think. Now there might be some stuff that's as you go along, you get upgrades that you can add to your trucks, right? As you up your XP. Anyway, we're not going to do that right now. What I need to do is I'm going to get fuel while I'm in a good spot, so that's kind of cool. So I can get fuel while I'm here. Now these tanks are a lot bigger than look at these tires, man. Isn't that cool? I think that's just really awesome. And there's so much you can do to that. There's my air conditioning unit, and there's a carrier air conditioning unit on the side here. I think it's just so cool. What you can do, and this is nothing. You can still do a ton of stuff on it. So if you're into trucks and stuff, this is the game for you to get. I'm telling you, there's no ways around it. You got to get this. Okay, so let's go look at some freight that's in our area. So here we are. So you see, like, there's a whole whack of stuff, but that's for everything, right? And but watch when I do this. So like, oh, I got 3 loads and they all look like they're from the same bushel. $33,000. Jesus. Small loads then. Okay. Oh, that's a long one. That's not very much. 33 grand. So I might be able to go to a different town and see I can click on the town and find out what is in the area. So I might decide to deadhead or bobtail to a town. I can set my GPS to that town and pick up a load here because it might be better off. Like here's $58,000 for this one, right? So there's another digger. So sometimes it pays to, it might pay to drive a little bit. $40,000. So, and it's kind of fun to pick up on, like, money obviously is, one of the good things in this that you need to get. But also when you see these here symbols, so if you just see this, it just means standard delivery, this green arrow. But if you want to make sure you want to get extra XP and bonus, so this is high value, hazardous class, you get extra bonuses for taking those kind of cargoes. What's in Sacramento? $43,000. So really, this is pretty good. It's averaging $67 a mile, and so it might be worthwhile getting. What's on there? Hazard 1 class explosive by the looks of it. So, but it expires in 1 hour and 33 minutes. Well, I'm not sure by the time we get fuel we can get up there in time to get it. So that kind of sucks. So what I might do is get the fuel first and then come back in here and see what's offered, because then we'll have a better idea how fast or how far away it is to get there, right? So Oakdale to Stockton is now you can set your GPS and all that kind of stuff to get there. So this is $33,000. I mean, that's pretty boring, and I still got to drive a pretty heavy distance. So why do that, right? If I can make some more money. So let's go get some fuel. And we'll see how much. This is my first fill up with this one, so it should be pretty interesting to see how much it's going to cost to get it filled up. And I can feel it's so much lighter. So the physics are pretty cool. So we'll have to shut down the truck. Over the fuel. Now it took 168 gallons usually to fill the other truck. So let's watch this one. And the fuel is expensive here. It's about 20-30 cents more a gallon. See how many gallons this one takes. Ooh. Still going. Oh my god. Yep. Woo! 245 gallons of fuel. $730. Ouch. Okay. Alright, so we get out of here. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what we can get. We'll try and get that one, I think. We'll try and get there. If that one's not, then it's this one. It's pretty close. Only $6,000 in the difference. And, oh, wait a minute now. We'll have to go here. So, it's about $7,000 in the difference. We'll take that out of digger. We're getting a lot of diggers. Stockton. So we'll set the GPS. We got an hour and a half to get there. So let's see if we can do it. It's 46 miles, hour and 12 minutes. We might be able to do it. I don't see any cars coming. There, near the mirror. Alright, let's go. It's 46 miles. The offer expires in 1 hour and 29 minutes. And it's saying it's going to take us about an hour and 12 minutes to get there on, you know, American truck time. So we'll see. We'll have to go a little bit faster to get there, I think, to make sure we get it. As long as I don't screw up. Got lots of fuel now. Jesus, 250 liters. We got boogie. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Get this load. I don't have to worry about the law so much per se. I'm still gonna do it halfway decent, but I'm not gonna go crazy. Oh, speaking of which, there's police right there. But the mod, definitely, you got to get there's a traffic mod. Definitely have to get that. Now these are all mods that are sanctioned or within, you know, they're good mods. You don't have to worry about them screwing up your computer or whatever. Some of them you have to look at. You have to make sure that, you know, you're doing it the right way, or they don't interfere with another one. Because sometimes there are other versions of the same thing that you're putting in, and they could potentially conflict. Shit. Let's go. 30 miles an hour. Alright, come on. Let's go, let's go. 3 miles. Oh, okay, I'm almost there. Almost there. So, I'll make a left up here. I think we can get it. So I still got $50,000, almost. I paid off one of my $100,000 loans. Got a driver working for us. She's pretty hot, Emily. And Let's go. Making a left coming up here anyway. I think we'll do it as long as the traffic doesn't screw us. Should be this light here. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, no. Okay, so it just should be right up here, not too far away. A mile down the road. So if I needed repairs or get anything done, I can get some stuff done in here. There it is up there on the right. Hopefully it's still there when we get there. I'll find out in a sec. It's a almost a $60,000 load, so I want it. Okay. Here it is. Awesome. So it's still available to us if we want it. There's two loads here actually, but look at the difference. I mean, there's quite a considerable amount of, I mean, it's a little bit further to go, but it's almost paying $60,000. So we're taking it. 60 grand. Let's put our hazards on. Let's go get it. There's the other one. Oh, there's a dozer. Look at that D9 dozer. I want to take a. Oh, I thought it was a D9, but it's not. It's just a little Caterpillar. So our load is in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right next to the other one. Cool. I think this is a sharp truck. Not sure. I like the black and gray guy. So on our way out, see that arrow there? That's the way we gotta go out. So there are little indicators that you'll pick up as you go along, how you're supposed to go and stuff like that. But when you first see them, it's first start getting into the game, it's a little confusing, but you get onto it after a while. So let's just back into this one. Couple up. See the little the dolly jack going there? It's pretty cool. See, watch. I'll show you. See if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it if I undo it. Yeah, there we go. See? It gives you that same sound too. It sounds exactly like that in real life. Now, if I get out of I wonder if it will show me. You can watch the actually dolly jacks go down. Here, look. Cool, eh? I think that is neat, eh? Watch it comes up a bit. Oh. Now, too bad you didn't see the truck has some physics with the truck moving. That would be pretty cool when the weight goes down on it. But we got our placards on, so we're all safe to go here. Four-ways, lights are all working. Marker lights seem to be good. I think we're good to go. Yep. It might be like a little drop deck type deal, but all right, so let's get on it. Oh, it's light. Make the turn. Oh, that's pretty close. What the hell is that? That's weird. There are some little glitches in the game, but hopefully that didn't cause me any damage. It would suck if it did. It seems light, but I'm sure we'll go over a scale and we'll find out. Alright, so we got 850 miles to go. We'll take the hazards off here. Get on it. Oh, look at that. Rolls of coils of steel. That's kind of neat. A wire. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I think in many ways it's very realistic to what you have to do in real life. Boy, it's light. And I can tell the difference between that load of bitumen, the fuel load that I had, and this load. Huge difference in, so this should actually help me on my fuel mileage, which will be pretty good. Won't cost me as much as fuel. It's definitely lighter. You can tell it makes you feel the weight when you're going into, say, a long turn or something like that. You can feel it. The wheel tightens up. Physics are pretty good. I'd love to see some smoke coming out of the stacks. That would be kind of cool. I got to get my H pattern shifter hooked up because right now I'm using the paddle shifter, and the paddles are kind of sucky because it's hard. Like when you start turning the wheel 900 degrees and trying to shift at the same time on the paddle, it's kind of hard. But I'm going to get the H pattern hooked up. I have it. I might as well use it. I love this thing. Let's do it. Listen to that. And a jig brake. Now this thing, oh good. Now, if I had another truck, like it sounds like so the trailer actually blocks out some of the sound. If I had a drop deck or something like that on, you would hear the Jake a lot more. I think that's pretty cool. The more I get into this, the more I like it, the more I find out things. Yeah, there's other stuff in there that's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not bad overall. Normally, like I said, I probably, well, I guess we can get a ticket here, 65, 55 for the truck. Oh, the car now is taken out. Beautiful day. We're in not Stockton, but where we're coming out of. Farmer Fields. I'm looking forward to the new DLC. Hopefully they get the new states. Because running these states, like I'd like to see something that takes you from coast to coast. Like that would be amazing. I think that would be just awesome to be able to do that. So hopefully they will get that done and get into Canada as well. I think it'd be pretty cool to get us into Canada, and you know, it doesn't have to be everywhere in Canada, but it'd be kind of neat to see the main ports in Canada. Like Toronto, Vancouver, you know, that kind of stuff. Edmonton, Alberta, like all the bordering towns. They gotta do. Like, I mean, they gotta get going on it. It's been out for a while now. They gotta get that DLC going. Wouldn't be hard. I mean, they already got the platform for it, so it wouldn't be very hard, and they could make money off it because there's a lot of people out there that will buy it. For one, I would buy it. I would get it for sure. And I think it's actually damaged them by not putting it out. I think that the expectations with from Euro Truck Simulator 2, like from 1 and 2, to this has been quite high, and rightfully so, because they've been very successful with Euro Truck. So now to come into this and not, you know, have, you know, these states, you got 3 states, really. I mean, come on. 3 of 50? 52? Well, you're not going to get to Hawaii, and probably not going to go up to Alaska, but maybe. I mean, that may not be a bad thing. So you go from California to Alaska, go through Canada. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know why they don't do something like that. So this is really nice, and I think that like I said, some of the other sims I do, like Race Room, Assetto Corsa, anything that is fast pace. This is really nice to do. Really, you sit back, you can relax. You do have commitments that you need to make. It's a whole different side of things, and I love the modding that you can do, and the customization of the trucks are, like, it's just amazing. Like, yeah, I haven't even come close to scratching the surface of this sim. They got a ton of stuff in there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys will follow me around, and as we go, we'll make new trucks, and we'll hire new drivers. Maybe we'll fire a driver if she doesn't. This Emily chick, I gotta find out what the hell's going on with her. She doesn't seem to be pulling her weight so far, but I'll give her a little bit of time. I'm trying to give her different accolades or encouragement by setting up different things that she can pick up, or so hopefully once she gets in the groove, she'll start making some money. But she's out there somewhere, my Emily. It's pretty weird to say, I guess, but she's out there somewhere, and she's making some money. I managed to pay down, so I originally took out a $100,000 loan, and then I paid that off and bought my first truck, paid everything off, and then the only way there I made some more money. Now, I don't think the first thing to do is to go out and start getting loans. Do not do that, because it's just going to get you in a bind. Go get your first truck and take the quick loads that you're using, people, the owner's trucks, and before you buy your own truck. Then make some money, and then you can put it towards buying your first truck, build your first truck from there, and then you can start buying stuff. But and that's what I did. So, and then you can start taking out some loans, because I had to get a loan for my garage in order to upgrade, because my garage only had one bay in it, so I couldn't buy another truck anyway. So you have to spend $180,000 right off the get-go before you even go anywhere, to just get another slot open so you can hire a driver and then buy another truck and I gave the driver that I hired my older truck, which I upgraded, spent a lot of money on, which you don't really have to do. I mean, that's something I did it because I thought it'd be fun to do, but I mean, let's face it, they're AI. They don't care what they're driving. But I'm not sure in the algorithms if it might have something to do. It may have an effect on their morale and their ability to drive, and what they can haul, what they can't haul, different weights and all that kind of stuff. So not knowing all the parameters, it's something to think about anyway, and you can take a more in-depth look at it and go from there. And my next step is to try and this week hopefully work out a chat overlay, so that people, because right now, as you can see, you're passing, and I'm trying to look into the chat, see if anybody has sent me a question through my phone, because I don't have it on my PC through my thing here, so, which nobody is wanting to talk to me. No. Well, anyway, I hope you're enjoying the show so far, and if anything, maybe it'll encourage you. Now, they also have multiplayer as well, from what I understand, so that'd be kind of cool. You could actually get with a friend and have a virtual delivery to the same area, or roughly the same area, take your loads and then drive, for a huge distance. Right now, these distances aren't that great, 800 miles, and that's pretty much from, California right into Arizona, so they really need to expand the DLC. In some ways, it looks like, when you look outside, like especially when it has the weather, it looks pretty much real. It looks what you would expect when you're on the road like this. The view out of your trucks are perfect. I think that the physics are pretty much bang on. Now, it's not perfect by any means, but they do a fantastic job in getting the physics right and the feel. Even if you're on controller, if you don't have the money for a wheel, even if you're on controller, it's still, when you're on controller, it still makes you feel the physics of the truck. It's amazing how they do it, but look at that tree sticking right in the middle of the road. Now, I could put my cruise control on here. Going to keep it around 65 miles an hour. I know its truck speed is 55. You can see the white indicator down on the bottom left of the GPS. That's what I should be doing, but I have the fines turned off right now. Once I get more into it and get a better feel for it, I'll put all that stuff back on, but I want to make sure there's some other mods that I get in there first, so that you don't get in, that'll kind of cut down these crazy cops that are all over the place, which the real traffic mod is probably a must that you have to do, and it really cuts it down quite considerably. I still have to do some finite settings in my wheel and stuff to fine-tune it is very touchy. I have it pretty close. Thankfully, the memory from when I used to drive truck for a living, a lot of this stuff comes into play. Like, it just comes to me, so it's kind of neat. And that's why I think it's so... this pattern, though, this is always the pattern. Whatever job you're taking, it's kind of always the same sort of pattern. Well, hopefully they can mix that up a little bit. Now I have a wheel right now. I'm using a Fanatec wheel with 900 degrees of rotation, and yeah, it's pretty much a must. I screwed up when I first started playing this. What I did was I have settings that I can preset my wheel to different settings. So I have my racing sim settings in there right now, and so I was using that. So my degrees of rotation was 360 or whatever. That's no good. It's too quick. The wheel spins around like 90 miles an hour, and it just doesn't work out. And then I realized that was the problem. So I used one of my other presets to put it in for my trucking sim, and I'm fine-tuning that, making sure, oh, it's Bakersfield, that's why. See, it's the same kind of stuff over and over, but once they get the new DLC, it'll be kind of cool. So you definitely have to have it at least 900 degrees of rotation. I think 900 degrees actually is the best. I know there's some wheels that do the 1080, but I think the 900 is what the game is set for. Because as I'm moving the wheel right now, that's what I'm seeing in front of me on the wheel. It's in the cockpit here, the cab of the truck. And also when you're setting up the force feedback and you're setting new wheels and stuff, you want to make sure, because you get rid of you're able to make things a lot smoother in your transition, like your shifting, your braking, especially braking can be real at first to try and get used to and figure it out. But there is a mod that I use. It's a real physics mod, and your braking seems to be a lot less at first, but it's real life, and because trucks don't stop on a dime, and without that mod, that's what kind of happens. So this is kind of good. I have my pedals now set where they should be, pretty much. And it just has a nice feel to it so far. I have the vibration now throughout the wheel. I have ABS feeling on my brake pedal, so that when I press on my brake pedal hard enough, there'll be like a little vibration on my pedal. So it's kind of cool. And I'm just using an old set of Fanatec V1 pedals that I got for, I mean, an amazing price. Brand spanking new they were. Finally, because the pedals that I had that came with this wheel were just, they're in rough shape, so it's causing me a lot of grief on this. So the brakes are coming on all the time when I'm pressing the fuel. There's must have been a short of some sort. Alright, what time? I don't even know what time it is in real life. I have to be careful because I have to work in the morning. Next thing you know, I'll be like last night. I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning doing this. I've had a few streams out today already, so please hit the share, like, and subscribe buttons. That'd be really great. Help support this channel, help support what we're doing here, and keep the channel going. Really appreciate it. Anything I can help you guys with, or you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comment section. And once I get the chat up and running on an overlay here, then that'll make things a little bit better for that. But please just be patient, and there'll be a lot of good content. I do a lot of mainly sim stuff, so you'll see a ton of stuff. My son does some stuff too, which is pretty cool. He does like Warhammer, Napoleon, was it War? It's all a top-down game. It's pretty interesting, and so I help commentate throughout that while he plays it. We also do some stuff on PS4, a lot of racing sim, and so it'd be great if you guys could definitely come along for the ride. Now look how fast my fuel is going down. Jesus H. Now that's another thing. When you're buying, it might be worthwhile to do some research into the into your motors and transmissions that you're buying. What is going on up here? I think that's just somebody turning it off, hopefully. Because different motors and transmissions, so something might be high in horsepower. You think, oh, that's going to chew a lot of fuel, but you might be, as long as you get a good tranny and engine combination, like some of them are very, very efficient for fuel, so you just have to get that right combination, and so you're not, just chewing through the fuel, which I seem to be, which is fine right now for me, but once I get going and get it all figured out, I'm going to start working on that stuff as well. Get nice fuel efficient, because there are things where you can get in there, you get accolades for that, you get bonus XP, bonus money for having good fuel mileage. But this truck here is pretty modded out, so it's got a big 815 horsepower. I'm running an 18 speed, but it's like I don't know, about 1800 foot-pound of torque in her, and I'm not sure the gearing, but I can only get about 85 mile an hour out of it, which tells me that the gearing is significantly lower than what it could be. Or higher, whichever way you want to look at it. So the higher gearing, the higher it is, the lower the RPMs, the better the fuel mileage you're getting. So right now I'm running about 1300 RPM at 60 miles an hour. Over 1300. So that's quite high, to be honest with you. I should be able to cruise at 60 miles an hour at around 1100, 1200 RPM. So that 200 or 300 RPM doesn't sound like a lot, but in diesels it is. It's huge. And that's why I'm chewing up a lot of the fuel. Which again, that's fine. I'm okay with that. $49,000. So there'll be a loan payment coming out pretty soon. But it won't be as bad because we paid off a significant portion of it, a third of it. And as we get going, we're going to build our fleet in the garage, and you'd be surprised, they'll start making some money for us and all that kind of stuff. It'll be pretty interesting to watch how they do it. And it's just AI, but it's really neat. I'm gonna go this way. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. Now I'll feel the weight of this pushing to the right center, and the wheel tightens right up on me. It's really neat how that does that. The physics are physics. They've thought about everything. I think they really thought about it. The stuff that I may nitpick on, that's all I'm doing is nitpicking. There's some things that are, there's obviously some glitches that they need to iron out. But overall, it's an amazing sim. And that's what this is. This is a sim. No doubt about it. more I do this, the easier it gets to watch the GPS and all that, how that works. Because in trucking, what I'm used to, driving tractor trailer, there's not so many turns, right? It's more, you know, unless you're going through cities and stuff. But other than that, once you're on the road, you're on there for a good significant period of time where you're not really turning the wheel too much. You're just keeping, you know, trying to get to where you're going as fast as you can go. Or as quick as you can get there. I had quite a few loads today, so this will probably be the last one that we do tonight. And I was going to do some sim stuff, some racing sim, but is he turning? What's he doing? I think we're going down here. Going so slow. I don't know why he's going so slow. Hopefully he doesn't get out there. Nobody's coming. There you go. Let's get around him. Another Cummins. This guy's flashing up here for some reason. You have to be really careful in passing it. It doesn't take much to get into their area, into their space, and you get damage pretty easy. So you have to be very careful with that. Doesn't take much to get off track and start hitting things like I've done a few times. Part of it is I'm like now checking my phone to see if anybody has gone through the chat, which, oh, here there is. So Kevin, how you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. And Zachary, oh cool. Thank you very much, Zachary, for the sub. I appreciate it, dude. Great. I have a good time with this too, and like I said, I just got to get that chat in there, and hopefully, you know, we can see you guys when as you're putting your comments up, and you guys can have discussions or whatever. I want to keep this mod going. Anybody who's interested in trucking, this is definitely what you need to be watching. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have a good time with this, and unfortunately, I got to work during the day, but in the evenings, like this time of night, I'll be able to work on it a bit. Like tomorrow night, definitely be hitting the road again. On the road again. Listen to this thing, man. And yeah, as a truck driver, as a former truck driver, oh man, I remember the first time I sat in a Peterbilt. I think I was driving a freight shaker at the time, and to me it was a beautiful truck. It was a beautiful truck, but oh, the scale's coming up. See how much I weigh. I'm kind of curious what the weight is in this one. It's 100 or 81,000 and change last time. $61,000. So I'm 20,000. I knew it was lighter. Coming in, we gotta get in here. Yeah, so I had a freight shaker, and the first truck I had was an old, worked for somebody, and I had an old 1987 GMC Western Star. GMC General, actually it was called. 5-star General. And it had an old Hendrick suspension. Boy, it was, oh my God. When you didn't want to bobtail that thing around. The Hendrix Leaf suspension, it just, if you had fillings in your head, it would shake them out of you. I'm telling you, just at the end of your shift, you were physically exhausted. It was a fixed mounted cab, so it was just on rubbers to the chassis, and the air seat was the only thing that you had that had any kind of cushion to it, was the air seat. Anyway, from that I went to driving from school. I was driving a cab over. Probably my first driving for a bigger company. I won't name the company, but it was a cab over, and it was the worst truck. It was a binder to begin with. It had a Spicer transmission, which really sucked, and it was the worst truck. I remember my first load. Oh my God, my first load. I was going from New Brunswick down into New Jersey. So I had picked up a load of paper from Nakawik. It was called Nakawik. I had a load of paper that was going to the newspaper, the big newspapers in New York for New Jersey or whatever, right? Newark Airport. The big industrial complex there. Holy Jesus. So I was green as grass, and I picked up this load. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I have my training and everything, but still, it's still not the same when you go and you get in a truck for the first time by yourself. You're crossing into a border, and you got this truck, and it's really long. It's long, it's heavy, it's big, and it's very intimidating. Anyway, I get into Calais, Maine, and didn't I try to back up to the wrong docks, and I smashed my mirror while I was backing up. Cab overs, I mean, they're the worst to begin with. Cab overs suck, because it's just the way you see. You're sitting right above the steer axle, for one, which is really weird. But on top of that, so when you're also very, very wide, so you're in a truck like more of a conventional, I just consider. Well, now see, this is going to take me right back up there again. Oh, look at the police lights. Why does it do that? I fell for that last time. I'm going to not do that next time. Son of a gun. Why does it do that? I don't know why the GPS reads me like that. Slow me down, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, she made some money. I was $49,000, so she made some money. Good for her. So anyway, I arrived there, and I smashed the mirror. I was very embarrassed, but I mean, I was green as grass. So I don't even know if I reported to Customs, U.S. Customs, which I should have, but I didn't. I think I was in the middle of no man's land between Canada and the U.S. I was in Calais, Maine. So I don't know if you've ever been to Calais, Maine, but here we are coming into Arizona. Anyway, it was, oh my God. So it was a hot day. I had a long way to go. I've already been up for I don't know how many hours. And I just had to get this loaded for the next morning. So they're sending out the company I work for sent out a maintenance truck to replace the mirrors. So I thought what I would do is I would try to help them out. And see these little, if you look at my mirror here, see these little twist ties? The plastic, the twist ties holding the cable to the mirror? Like for the antenna is what it's for. So I thought, you know what, I'll cut those off and I'll take apart what I can so that when they get here, they can just put everything back together. So I took out my pocket knife and I was trying to cut those off, but I didn't want to cut the antennae, the cable for the antenna. So I had my hand up there and I jabbed the knife into my palm of my hand. Bleeding all over the place. I was bleeding like there was no tomorrow. I mean, I really jammed it in there. So here I go. I have to leave the truck and go to the hospital. And so I get in there and there's like a huge wait. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I just can't. So I went down to the drugstore and I wrapped it the best I could. Well, I start driving a couple hours. I get into Bangor, Maine. I finally get through. Worst day of ever driving truck. Get into Bangor, Maine, and it's like I have no idea where I'm going. Like once I get down into, never been across the George W. or the GW Bridge, and I said to myself, I said, oh Jesus, I don't know what the hell to do. So I picked up a guy, another truck driver. He said he would guide me through there. Well, it was one of the craziest drives. I'll never forget it. We were hammered down, going through Connecticut, going through New York State, going through, going through oh my God, it was crazy. And then my hands started to get numb because I had jammed a friggin' knife in there. And it was going cold and numb, so I thought, oh, I got some damage here. Anyway, I got across the George W. Bridge into New Jersey. And I got past the toll booth. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'd already been up for probably 20 some odd hours. My logbook was nowhere near where it was supposed to be. But I didn't care. I went to the cab of the truck, pulled it off to the right, and got a couple hours sleep. The next day was just even worse. But that'll be for another time. We'll talk about that. My God. Yeah, my start into trucking wasn't so great, but it's like anything else, once you get to learn it and understand it and how a lot of people think that these things are easy to drive. They're not. They're very, very difficult, and they're quite the piece of machinery to manage. And if you're not paying attention, it can come back and bite you in the ass pretty damn quick. Because there's a lot you need to be aware of, and they don't pay the drivers. They pay them crap, to be honest. There's a lot of responsibility driving these things, especially with the weights. Like in Canada, not so much in the States, you're driving, I guess, 80,000 pounds all the time. But in Canada, we can drive like 100, 125,000. It's not uncommon. And that's a lot of weight to try and stop. You get some four-wheeler that cuts in front of you and then jams on the brakes so they need that turn. Not a good deal. There's actually, if you go, you see a lot of those in those Russian videos. People think they're being smart by cutting off a truck, but not a good deal. Now here we're in a sim. Right, we're in sim land. You can do whatever the hell you want. But I will tell you something. I'll tell you something. Anybody who's thinking about getting into truck driving should have this sim, because it gives you some of the basic knowledge. You can actually set it up so that, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper, to be honest, to learn. But you can set it up so that you can have a real, like a real shifter. You can have the splitter. You can double clutch, all that kind of. You can set this sim up that way if you want. And the backing up, which is probably one of the most important. You don't do it as much. It's probably the least amount of time you spend is backing up. However, it's a very important part of the job. And if you can't back these things up, buddy, you might as well forget about it. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Because you're done. You won't make it. You have to know how to back these things up. And they're not easy. Not easy to back up. Double clutching, all that kind of stuff. Well, you know what? A lot of trucks are going automatic these days anyway. Automatics are much faster, less maintenance. You get up to speed like so fast, very, very fast. I said I wanted to do around 65 miles an hour. I'm speeding a little bit more than I wanted to speed. So this is a nice little run here. You know, normally too, I guess the big difference too, what I'd be doing is something like this, I'd be listening to the radio, right? I'd be having the tunes going. I'd have my beef jerky. I'd have my drink with me. Now, one of the big things for driving truck long haul is you don't want to drink too much. So you just sip on your drink. And you don't want to eat too much because guess what? If you do all that kind of stuff, you're going to be hitting the bathroom every time you turn around. You have to pull over. And the last thing you want to do is when you're driving truck is have to pull over all the time. The less you pull over, the better. My knee's starting to kill me already though. I've been at this all day though. So I'd have lots of beef jerky with me and I'd nibble at that. And it also helps you keep awake. Because fatigue in driving these things, I mean fatigue just and driving a tractor trailer just doesn't mix. It doesn't mix in driving any car, but specifically it's 100 times worse if you're behind the wheel of one of these things and you're tired. Results would be devastating. Not that they wouldn't in a four-wheel in a car, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, my knee is killing me. All right, stretch out a little bit there. I feel like I'm in the truck. I really do. I feel like I'm in my truck. It's so weird. All the things, I get a sore knee. That's a next level immersion. I'm not even paying attention to my signs. 168 miles left. We don't have much further. We're almost there. I know it sounds like a lot, but in American truck time, it's not very long. We're almost there. Well, it's been quite a journey today. A lot of miles. Spec'd out a truck, got rid of it. Well, hired a driver, gave it to the driver, my Smokey and the Bandit truck, and got this beautiful machine that I'm driving now. I love it. I'm going to spec it out even more, maybe buy some more trucks, give this to somebody else, and make some more money. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting into driving truck for a living, this is the way to go. You think about what it costs now to learn how to drive a truck. It's astronomical. $5,000, $6,000 or $6,000, $6,000, $7,000, maybe even more. When I went in, I did my truck driving school. It was $20 some odd $100. It's like $8,000, $10,000 now, somewhere right around there in Canada. Can you imagine? The pay is shit. But it had some great things. I got to see a lot of countrysides. Been to a lot of places where a lot of people have never been. It's lonely though. I will tell you that. Very lonely job. But if you like solitude, this would be the job for you. Because, you know, you have your bosses, I guess. But if you own your own truck, you have less bosses to deal with. Only the ones that are paying you for your freight. But other than that, you get to deal with them. Then you're on your own for 3 or 4 days. Here's a truck. Here, I want you to drive for the next 2,000 miles. You got 3 or 4 days to get there. You know, so you control your schedule. As long as you get to where you're supposed to be in time, you're laughing. And you get to see, you know, a lot of the land, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, what's going on up there? That looks pretty. Yeah, there's lights going. If I get like here right now, like this brings back. It's so spooky how real this feels. Very spooky. But as a former truck driver, I can tell you, you know, this is as close as it gets. This is as real as it gets without getting on the wheel. And you know, so if you spend, you don't need, like, I mean, my computer's not the best. So, but if you spend, you know, if you already got a decent computer, get yourself a wheel for $100 or so in this game, and you know, decent monitors and stuff. Get like a triple monitor would be the best way to go. I'm just using one, my TV monitor. You can learn how to drive a truck, and then when you go do your test, you'll be that much more ahead of the game. There's some definitely practical applications of this. 66 miles to go, or 86 miles to go. We're almost there. I'll just check on the chat. I'm sorry I don't have the overlay there yet, but we'll see if anybody's been commenting here. That's why I'm weaving all over the place. Oopsie. I'm checking my phone. Hey, Junior. What's going on? Oh. Put a lot of miles on today. I know that. We're almost there, though. 73 miles. I know it says 1 hour and 53 minutes, but that is American Truck Sim time. It'll be about 5 minutes or so. We're there. This will be the last load of the evening, guys. I hate to say it, but I mean, this will be the last load, and I see some people starting to come into the thing. But we'll be there tomorrow night. We'll run it again, and we'll see where it takes us. We'll do some more mods on the trucks, and customize it. You know, we'll customize them up. Maybe we'll buy another one. We'll see what my honey is doing there, what she's doing. Hopefully she's making me some money. I think she is making me a couple of bucks. My driver, which would gave my pride in my possession, smoking the bandit truck. Look at that sunrise. It's a sunrise. I gotta put some oil on my pedal too. It's got a squeak to it. Brand new pedal too. Well, new to me. Brand new to the box. And that's pretty much what you see. See that coming through there? That's... oh boy. It's spooky how real this is. If you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you, if I have the answer. Anything you want to know about setting it up, feel free to ask. Put it in the comment section. We'll have to get that chat going pretty soon there too, for the overlay, but you can still put something down in chat. I'll see it eventually. Here we are, coming into town. Getting comfortable. Whoopsie. It's just getting comfortable. hard to drive this. Woo! We're almost there. That's my truck, boys. Look at that. Isn't that something? Now the mod would be like you get bugs all over it and shit. You can go to a truck. You can go and get a truck wash. Yeah. Four-wheeler behind me getting anxious. I have to wait for that car to go by. Oh, FedEx. He's turning in. Yeah. Okay. It's funny. Beep beep. Get out of the way. They say. Well, we're going to deliver this load here. See if I can get a decent spot here this time to get into. They're giving me some really horrible. Oh yeah, this one. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Four ways on. Hazard lights. Okay, here we go. Take a hard swing here. This way. Last time I went the other way. Even though I said this way, I missed it. Was that night? Look at the dust coming up in the drives. It's pretty cool the way they did it, I must say. You can feel all the bumps and everything in here, right in the wheel. Okay, so there's my spot. So before, let's have a look. Now you can't do a walkout or anything like that, obviously. So you gotta do improvise. Have a look at the area. I'm hoping I can go right around. I don't know what they're thinking I'm supposed to do here with this. What I'd like to do is go right straight ahead, swing around those belting systems, and then come out over by that shitter over there, but I don't know if I can do that. What do you think? I don't think I can do that. Okay, well, we gotta figure out something. I don't think I can go around that belting system, can I? So, I either gotta go underneath there, towards the shitter, and then blindside it in, or I can back past that and go into here and then pull out and then come back in again. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? See if anybody's got any suggestions here. What do they think might be the best way to go? Yeah, isn't it? Hey, Junior. I think it's a beautiful truck, isn't it? Listen to it. Hang on. Put it in neutral. Look at this. Not beautiful. Okay. Anyway, I gotta figure out something. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I can at least get a look here, and if not, I can back up. It's not gonna work. Oh, I might be able to look at that. I think I can. Low. Can I go around? I can too. Look at that. Oh yeah, easy, easy peasy. Well, hopefully it is. We'll soon find out. Low, low. Yeah, low, low. Let's have a look. So I want to make that turn there. Hopefully I can do it. Come on. I have to put my diffs in. I don't think I'm going to make that. I'm not going to be able to get it straight enough. Come on. I'm going to get myself into a bad situation here. Am I? Wow. Woo! Whoa! Yes! I'm not gonna hit, am I? Gotta have a look at that. Alright. So now... towards there, I'm gonna come right back in. Yep. I'm gonna head towards those shitters, make it and go out as if I'm going back out, and then I'll be able to back right in. Goody. Alright, here we go. Look at the dust kick up. It's pretty cool. There's my markers back there. It's okay. Oh! No. Too much of an angle. I'm going to straighten it up. I could have just dumped it, and got the things for it, but I want it to be straight. There we go. That's all she's done. Watch the leg trailer uncouple. There we go. There's some good money. 3,000 XP. It's good. Good. One skill. Let's get in a little bit of fragile cargo, I guess. And let's have a look at our... Now I'm stopped. I guess I could look at the chat, see if anybody... Thank you. Thank you there. Thank you there, Junior. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so let's see what my other driver's doing. I had, like I said, my other title is Smoking the Bandit truck, and I gave that to my driver. So see how she's doing. There's Emily. Oh, she's starting to make some money. Emily. All right. I just need to give her a little bit of room. Excellent. She's making some money. She doesn't look bad either. Look at that. She's hot. A little bit of hotness. And yeah. So we're doing okay. And I could probably pay off. How much money do I have here? It just leaves me with 10 grand. I could probably do that, but I don't know. Might be wanting to make up some mods on the truck. So now the mods that I have on this truck so far are a little different than what you see here. So my truck is, the chrome just actually blacked out. That's an actual mod for it. But I like those little fat wheels in the back. Gets rid of the tandem normals that you see, the dualies. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, so what does that leave us for jobs? Anyway, I think I'm done for the evening, to be honest with you. That's been doing a lot of streams here tonight. Put a lot of miles on. I wonder if there's any way I could track how many miles I put on the day. So here we are. That's where I am right now. I could probably go up and get that one, pass that on the way down. Oh, the dozer down there. Kind of fun to take. Tier lumber. It'd be heavy. 45,000 pounds. This is nice and light, this Tim Hortons coffee. These light loads, better on your fuel mileage, right? And what have we got down here? Anyway, I can't take any of them right now anyway because I'm going to end up. So, and as you can see, the 59, 50, or 53, 54,000 dollar loads, they'll only start to get higher and higher as we go along. The type of loads too. I'm going to be putting in some mods that will bring us in some really neat stuff. See some big heavy loads, wide load stuff. There's this coil that I saw earlier, combine. There's my trailer that I had earlier for the Bandit truck that I had. That was pretty cool. There's some pictures of that one. And 44,000, 33,000. So as you can see, now the further I go down, the less money you're making, and the shorter the trip is. Right, so, but these are good indicators to watch out for. So you get more XP when you're running hazardous classes. These are just standard, just-in-time loads. It's nice when you see the ones that have double. They're high value and they're time sensitive or whatever. You start making some pretty good money on those. And tractors. Well, it's pretty cool anyway. There's lots of stuff. And it only gets more and more as you go with piping. We saw that earlier. Petrocan. 40,000 pounds. 48,000 pounds. Ooh, that's a heavy one. That might put you over. So you have to be careful. You have to look at your truck weight. So if you get a big truck with a big sleeper and all that kind of stuff on it, your truck's going to be a lot heavier than say a day cab. So with this one here, almost 50,000 pounds, and it only gives you 30,000 pounds to play with to max out in your 80. Then you always have to take into account fuel. So to be very careful that you're not hitting over your 80,000 too much, or you start getting some fines if you have your fines turned on. 46,000 for the Coke. So for almost 50,000, that's the heaviest one that I've seen so far. But there are mods where you can get in some pretty crazy stuff. Fun stuff too. $44. See, they're all pretty around that light. Anyway, it gives you an idea. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the channel here today, and I appreciate you coming out. This is definitely, if you haven't already subscribed yet, I encourage you to please hit that subscribe button, and if you don't mind taking a quick second, just hit the like button. That would be awesome. It helps in the recommend feeds and stuff, people to see my channel. And I'm just a little guy, trying to make it go in the YouTube world, which is not an easy thing to do, and I have a full-time job to begin with, so I can't devote all my time to this, but I do put a lot of hours in it, and I hope you guys enjoy what you see. And if there's anything you ever need help with on this, be sure to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out with it. So right now, as you see, you only see like 3: California, Nevada, and Arizona. So hopefully we'll get into the world map. There's where I am right now, middle of nowhere. I'm hoping that, you know, they start expanding these maps. They got to start doing it. It's been a while now since they've done it. I don't know what's going on. But can you imagine? And then Texas, look at Texas. It's huge. Well, I guess they don't let you go that far. But that's really awesome. Now, from what I understand, there are some mods that will get you into Canada. So, they'll get you into Washington, Oregon, and Washington State, and get you up into there. But I haven't seen them yet. So, but I know that they're out there. So this is kind of the roads that I've traveled so far. The one that you see in yellow, which right now, yeah, so that's kind of like, so I haven't done any of this stuff yet. Santa Cruz, San Francisco. I did this on actually a motorcycle. It's all in through here. I want to find out where the Death Valley trip is. I think it says here. There's actually, I went through and there's like a fast moving jet going through. It was really cool. Came out of nowhere. And where's Vegas at? There's Reno. Carson City. A lot of history there too, right? A lot of history. Where's Vegas? Oh, here's Vegas here. So Death Valley must be, I don't know. They have you coming in from the north end, south. But where's the 15? There's 15. Yeah, see, when I came in through my bike, I went through Death Valley, but it was anyway, once they start getting into this a little bit more, you'll see Grand Canyon. We'll have to get into there. I was very close to that. I should have taken the time to go up and do that. I bet you that'd be really nice. Can't wait to do that. Actually, we'll do that maybe tomorrow. We'll get into try and get a load that's going into the Grand Canyon, because I think that would be awesome. See how that's done up. Anyway, I have to edit from there. I have to get up early tomorrow and work. So, thanks for coming out and watching the channel, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. If you get a chance, come in and watch. Say hi. Send a comment. I really appreciate you coming and watching the channel. As I said before, I don't want to get too repetitive on this, but we'll see you again soon, okay? Thanks again for coming out. Bye-bye.